This is the Barbados Today morning news for Thursday, October 31st. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary Claire Williams. Staff at the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital say a lack of proper ventilation is making them sick and is also causing trauma to the babies. The problem is the result of a malfunctioning air-conditioned unit, which has created an unfit working environment. Barbados Today obtained a copy of a letter dated October 23rd, addressed to the Director of Engineering Services at the QEH. It complained that the AC unit has not been working for several months and the conditions are no longer tolerable and the situation needs to be urgently investigated and rectified. Efforts to reach the Director of Medical Services at the QEH were unsuccessful. But the hospital's communications specialist, Lynn Marie Dean, told Barbados Today the AC unit should be fixed within 2 weeks. She admitted that while it had been down for some time, the part needed to repair it is now on the island. Dean says 4 portable air-conditioned units have now been placed in the NICU to help cool the temperature. The international business community says the latest central bank report on the economy has come as no surprise. On Tuesday, Central Bank Governor Cleviston Haynes delivered the island's report card for the first 9 months of 2019. He pointed out that the economy saw some green shoots, evidence in rising revenue intake, reduced public debt, steady holding of international reserves, and favorable performance by the tourism industry. But the real economic activity declined by an estimated 0.2%, mainly due to delays in private sector investment projects and a low-level public sector capital spending. The executive director of the Barbados International Business Association, Henderson Holmes, said they did not expect there would be any growth during that period, as they are now in a period of consolidation. Noted regional economist Marla Dukaran also says she's not surprised at the report. She congratulated government on its progress on the debt restructuring, saying the reduction in debt servicing costs as a result of the domestic and external restructuring cannot be overstated. However, Dukaran said she was disappointed in the delays in implementing the online transactions, shared accommodation levy, gambling tax, and the Assicuda system. She also suggested that government looks to Jamaica, who recently successfully concluded its IMF program, for guidance. Barbados' Ambassador to CARICOM, David Comissiong, is supporting calls for tighter restrictions on work permits issued outside of CARICOM. Comissiong's statement comes on the heels of criticisms raised by Senator Caswell Franklin over an application for a work permit for the position of store manager by one company. Comissiong told Barbados Today the employment pool has been extended as a result of the free movement of skilled labor within CARICOM, and therefore there are few jobs that will require international expertise to be filled.
We should all be thinking about replacing the issuing of work permits to non-CARICOM foreigners with Barbadians and our CARICOM brothers and sisters who are part and parcel of the single market and single economy that we are building. So this is work that we have to do. That should be our goal. Our goal should be to provide all of the skilled labor that we need from within our own nation and community.
On the matter of free movement, Comissiong says the ongoing political unrest in Haiti is hindering government's effort to revisit the issue of visa-free travel for Haitians. He says he has been unable to set up a meeting with officials in Port-au-Prince to discuss the conditions for lifting visa restrictions a second time.
We haven't been able to go. We haven't been able to go because for the whole year, Haiti has been in turmoil. Sometimes the airport has been shut down. Sometimes when we are about to go, there's no government. The government is so distracted. There'd be no one to meet with us to have talks. So until we can get some political stability in Haiti, until we can get a situation where the government is not being contested in such an extreme way, so that we have an administration in Haiti that is stable, that we can sit down and talk to and begin to work out our relationships.
Barbados is looking to increase trade with Guyana and Suriname. Officials from the three countries have been meeting here this week to explore opportunities for doing business in tourism, renewable energy, among other areas. Special Envoy to Suriname, Senator Althea Wiggins, says agriculture is another particular area of interest.
You need to have something to export to Suriname. It is a business to business. So we don't want them to send all the food down here, although essentially the food that will be coming down here will be joint ventures between Barbadians and Surinamese. But we need to have things exporting back there. And some of the things that they're interested in is animal feed from Roberts Manufacturing, cement, they need cardboard boxes for the rum industry, they want plastic roofing tiles, they need technology for solar water heaters, electric golf carts, boat building, and so on.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Craft Center. Kick off the weekend this Friday from 4 p.m. to midnight with loads of food, drinks, and entertainment. Get ready for Crop Over with the Rhythm Roots Street Parade. Party like it's Kadooman Day on the street around Pelican Village with costume reveler, music, and more. It's Festive Friday. It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Village Center from 4 p.m. to midnight. Admission free.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back with news from the region. Jamaica's Independent Commission on Investigations, INDICOM, has raised concerns about the manner in which the Police High Command handles issues related to domestic violence within the force. INDICOM raised the issue in its quarterly report, as we hear from TVJ News.
INDICOM noted one case in which a spouse reported the aggressive behavior of an officer. The officer was removed from an operational team and counseling sessions initiated. A further complaint forced the High Command to seize the officer's service weapon, but it was returned after another round of counseling. There was, however, little change in the officer's behavior. A few months later, he killed his girlfriend during an argument. INDICOM is therefore recommending a review of policies relating to police personnel keeping their service weapons while off duty. The oversight body is also awaiting outstanding reports on counseling sessions. INDICOM says the lack of such reports highlights the ambiguous application of rules within the police force.
Further afield, Chile has withdrawn as the host of an APEC summit next month, at which the United States and China had been expected to sign a deal to ease the trade war that has hurt the global economy. The move comes as raging street protests grip the South American country. We get more in this Reuters report.
After several weeks of violent unrest, Chile said it will no longer host a global trade summit in November or a climate summit in December. In a brief announcement in Santiago on Wednesday, President Sebastián Piñera said this has been a difficult decision, a decision that causes us a lot of pain. The APEC gathering was scheduled to bring together 20 world leaders, including U.S. President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping.
President, are you on pace to sign the Phase 1 deal with China when you go to Chile?
Yeah, we are looking probably to be ahead of schedule to sign a very big portion of the China deal.
Trump this week was optimistic he would sign the first part of an historic trade deal with Xi at the summit.
I imagine the meeting is scheduled for Chile. I know they have some difficulties right now in Chile. but I know the people in Chile, and I'm sure they'll be able to work it out.
A U.S. official told Reuters news the summit had been canceled caught the White House by surprise. The official said Washington learned about the decision from news reports and is seeking more information. A White House statement on Wednesday said the administration still expects to sign the first part of the trade pact within the same time frame. Chileans demanding government reforms poured out into the streets again this week. Clashes with police left smoldering wreckage in the streets of the capital. The demonstrations were sparked by a hike in public transit fare prices and have been fueled by frustration over income inequality. Over the weekend, more than 1 million people marched peacefully in the largest protest since Chile returned to democracy in 1990.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook and sign up for breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also find us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I am Mary Claire Williams. Good morning.